This is a story of Dave and Sharon finally living their dreams of sailing to the Caribbean and beyond. Join us while we share our adventures from getting the boat ready and embarking on our cruising life. Dave is getting the motor ready to lift onto the sailboat so we can begin our journey south to Florida. It takes two plus the motor crane to lift this heavy motor. Now it's time to put the dinghy on the bow. It's high tide and the perfect time to head to the marina to fill up with diesel fuel and water. During low tide, boats with deep drafts can't get close to the fuel dock because it's too shallow. It does take some maneuvering to get between boats on the dock. I'm walking to the convenience store on the corner. We're at the marina because we forgot to bring our cell phone cord charger. I got one. It's just a universal, but you can do it for iPhones. We're now leaving the dock and heading out on our journey, and this is one exciting time for us because we finally get to experience sailing a great distance and living on board.
So we are down now in Buzzards Bay, sailing out of it, and we're heading to Block Island. This is the beginning of our month-long first journey on the boat, and on board we have a friend that joined us for the first 3 days, a very good friend of mine from way back high school, probably earlier, who knows, and this is Rick McLaughlin, our captain at the moment.
Yes, yes. I will not be easily, I should not allow myself to be too distracted following in the fog another sailboat.
We are,
I'm going to watch him.
we are,
As he can't see me.
we're under, see, you can see it through the rain here. We're under full sail with 160 Genoa. And we got the motor going, but it's in neutral, and we're hitting 7 knots or so. Probably pick up once we get out into past Buzzards Bay. But she's sailing beautifully, and we're filling a bucket list for Rick.
Yeah.
Filling a bucket, Rick.
Catching me at my finest moment.
The finest moment.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, it's part of the experience.
Part of
The galley in these things are the best in the world.
Oh my goodness. You just cannot imagine how swimmingly this is going. But we do have lots of water now that we can't possibly run out of water.
That is true.
However, but I got KP duty.
We got to say the conditions. It was extremely windy to our stern quarter, off our port quarter. So we were rocking and rolling quite a bit.
How much can we exaggerate the waves to have been?
Yeah.
They were huge. The biggest I've seen.
And then it was
in my experience.
raining off and on and rather foggy. So even though we were not far off the coast, there was no visual navigation aids there.
So great day, successful day. Nobody got hurt. We survived. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Do it again tomorrow.
We got day two.
Day 2, we did an anchorage in Block Island. We were the only boat in there, which is fine. And the holding power was great. We had a little, I think I put out a bit more than 5 or 6 to 1 on the chain, so we had lots of holding power. It was very good bottom. We kept an eye on it, and it didn't move at all. And now we are sailing.
Almost 9 knots.
Almost
tipping over.
8 to 9 knots and huge waves. The waves are just going to get bigger until we get up into the sound. We're going to put up with some pretty uncomfortable sailing. The boat's handling it really well. It's a beautiful sailing rough water boat.
The galley's not handling it as well.
Yeah, we're finding out all the stuff that we didn't lock down the right way. What I'll do
This is where you see the big waves from this vantage
this
point.
being
They like to slam into us here. This is what you have to do to hold on when we're going sideways with 6-foot waves, is you just hang on for dear life. And that's what's happening here. We had to close the front window because Dave decided to douse me with water. He thought that would be a fun thing to do.
We're in a tight hole right now, so we're getting some big waves. Fortunately, this leg of the trip is going to be that. Yeah, we've been averaging 7-8 knots. What we did yesterday, 7 knots with the motor on. Motor sailing.
It just got windier and windier. So it started off at like 18 to 22 knots. I don't know what that is in miles per hour. Then with gusts like up to 25. And then it just, it was really rough sailing. Well, as the day went on, the night came, it increased. The wind increased like up to 35 knots with gusts of 45. It's just short of hurricane strength. The seas were like 6 to 8 feet. and it's like up and down, and all the waves are just crashing over. We're just, it was rough. And that's when we found out that all the hatches pretty much leak. Not tons of leak, but leak enough to get wet. Lots of things wet. And we have a covering over the cockpit where we do, where you do the sailing, where you sit, whatever. Pretty much every cushion, every seat in there got wet, and there's little holes where the rails go through, where the zippers come up. There, it finds its way in. And then there's a window in the windshield that lifts up so you can see. And I guess it doesn't seal very well. So you just see it's like raining inside the cockpit, and it's everything is just soaked. We eventually made it to Port Jefferson, and very slowly. We intended to get there like by dinner time. We got there about 2 in the morning. We called ahead to get a mooring, thinking that it's better to be in a safe harbor, get a mooring, especially in this wind. So we got the mooring arranged, but it was too windy to get it. We couldn't pick it up. And Dave decided that he was just going to motor up and down the channel until daylight. And then it was sunrise, and they got a mooring. And it was one rough day, night, everything. So we could relax a little. We went in the heavy winds, and this is what happens when you don't have everything put away. Of course, we don't know what needs help. This is what happened to everything. It just kind of fell, slid. Everything is all over the floor. And we found out that the hatches drip water in a rough storm. And this is what time it is.
That was a hairy trip.
Hello! Hi, Lee!
Hi, Sharon!
My God!
Oh,
this
my
is
God.
Dave!
Hi, Dave! It's so nice to meet you. Bill's on the other side,
Oh.
so.
This is my good friend.
And Rick!
I'm Rick. I'm going to give you a hug too. Nice to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for
Welcome to
coming.
Port Jeff.
Aren't you nice?
Welcome to Long Island.
Oh, fabulous. I came to get a cup of coffee.
Coffee, yeah, we got some of that
You
here.
got
There's
some
even a
of this really-
Starbucks over there.
Oh, I love that.
We're in Port Jefferson and with friends,
I'm going to come in.
Lee and Joe Munch. We had this great lunch at the Toast Coffee House in Port Jefferson, and it's a beautiful day out, but it's very windy out, and I just wanted to put them on our channel so you get to see it. Tomorrow they're gonna come over and see the boat, but it's nice to be someplace warm after our rough sail. My friend Lee was so kind enough to let me use her car, which was great, or let us use it to do everything we needed to do. So she showed us where the laundry was, where all the stores were, everything that we needed. So we just used her car and went to the laundry, and I guess I was surprised. I had a roll of quarters to do laundry. Well, a roll of quarters just didn't quite do it. I had 5 loads of laundry, and these little laundry things, it's like you can only do half loads, yet you can fit 5 loads in the dryer. I don't know. So anyways, I had 5 little loads of laundry, and some of it I never even did because it was just too much. It wasn't worth doing. So then I only had 2 dryer loads. Got that all done. Hey, we're at the laundry after everything just kind of got wet, full of salt because it leaked in the windows, blankets, clothes, whatever. So we found this the laundromat. It's very expensive, more expensive than I thought. And then when we're done with wash, we go over and put them in the dryer. I'll be here a little while. we were just kind of gonna hang out and do whatever, walk around, just relax and enjoy ourselves. Well, turns out something's wrong with the generator, won't hold a charge. We've just been having generator problems since the beginning. And so it wouldn't hold the charge. Then we went to go find this marine store, a different marine store, because the one closest to us didn't have it, so we had to go to the one out in Timbuktu. Well, GPS, this is what I found out. You get the female voice on the GPS and they take you through every neighborhood and around in circles. See, we shut it off and you get the male voice and he seems to take us there. But he took us the long way around. Instead of half an hour, it took us an hour and a half. So anyways, we found the marine store, we got the new starter thing, and then we came back in half an hour and got on the boat and put the starter in, or whatever this starter piece thing is. It's something about battery charging things, so it goes through this box instead. Of course, I'm not mechanical, so it doesn't matter. Then we got that in, and then Lee and Joe came down so that they could see the boat. And they got to see the boat, even though it was a mess, because we still have lots to put away, clean up. We're learning. We don't know where things go, but we're gonna figure a lot of this out as we go. Hey, we're here on the boat with Lee and Joe coming to see us. They're our lifesaver this few days.
Jefferson, New York.
That's it. Right
Yeah.
in the harbor.
So,
Not my favorite harbor, but we met some of our favorite people here.
yeah.
They poured in the storm.
So they
That's
finally
right.
got to see the boat.
This is so exciting.
It is.
And it was so calm until we came
And
out here
here I
and the wind picked up again.
Oh, I know. It was close. So you got wet for your ride over.
That's fine.
It's all good.
So
So
I found
good.
out.
And then after that, we all went out and we had hors d'oeuvres and drinks. So it was fun. We had a great time and nice and relaxing. We said goodbye. We got on the dinghy. We came back. We went to bed early because we decided that we were going to get up fairly early and head over to New York. Well, we were in New York, but head over to the Statue of Liberty. Okay, here we are. We are with
Season.
the fifth season. Thank you.
My daughter.
And this is Rocky. We gotta do the Rocky and Joe and Lee and Dave and me.
Dramatic effects. And we're celebrating your last evening here in Port Jefferson, New York, because tomorrow you bon voyage.
That's right.
Yeah, we are, and we're having.
Big Apple.
What are we having? Pomegranate margaritas.
Yes, made by the most magnificent bartender here at Fifth Season.
Yeah.